I feel is that without technology, living in this era is also quite impossible.
Yes.
Every step of your life, you need a kind of technology. For example, I'm talking to you, it's a technology. Otherwise, I don't think that I get chance to communicate like this. I had joined a platform for learning English that is like British India Institute for 2 months.
Okay.
So I had to go there, I had to spend time, I had to physically present there. So, but now I'm getting that advantage just by sitting at home. Because being a mother, two kids, it is quite impossible for me to go out and attend these kinds of sessions. So it is a technology which helps me to become better in terms of communication.
Been, okay, they're talking about
Had
a
it.
thing that had it been, if it was conditional, okay, if it was hard, you could have imagined how it could have been, right? It would have really been terrible, a miserable
Terrible.
experience. Doing great as it is. As a YouTuber, first of all, you just have to be very spontaneous, and that's something you have naturally in you, or other, from what I've seen of you, right? So you're not at a loss for words, thinking what to say, what to ask, so that's a great thing. Hi, Karishma. Good morning.
Hello, madam. Good morning.
Am I audible and visible? No
Yeah, yeah,
issues?
perfectly. No problem.
Great. So, how have you been doing?
Yeah, I have been doing great. It's fantastic. Weather is so pleasant today.
Is it raining there?
Yeah,
Okay. So, do you have your monsoons right now?
right. It
Oh,
started.
okay. So, how is it? Heavy rains, heavy downpour, or just, that gradual
Yes.
drizzle?
No, no, no. It was really heavy yesterday. I went to doctor for vaccination of my younger son. And when we were returning back from there, it was so heavy rain. We were into like half of the water. It's like very bad rain.
You mean that the level of the water was so high on the roads?
So high on the
Yeah,
roads
it
in
flooded, you
Gurugram. It's
mean?
just, yeah, because in Gurugram, if it rains for 10 minutes, heavy rain for 10 minutes, it can block all the roads and traffic jam started. It was really hectic night yesterday. Yesternight.
Last night. Last
Last
night.
night, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Karishma, don't say return back. When I returned yesterday after giving a
Oh, yes.
vaccination, right?
Both have same meaning.
Yes, both have the same meaning. Okay, so after
Yeah.
returning from and when you say heavy rain, don't say heavy rain also. You can say a downpour. There was a
Downpour.
downpour. Okay, or if it's really heavy, from what you tell
Pouring
me, if
down.
it could clog the roads and if you had floods, then I would say it was torrential rains, heavy rains,
Torrential. Okay.
torrential. Yeah, torrential means heavy rains and non-stop. You can say for a long while. Okay, so you can say we had torrential rains here. It
Okay.
flooded the streets. Okay,
Torrential. Yeah, I think that's the
torrential.
word.
Okay, all right. So you're indoors now, unable to get out, step out.
Yeah,
Okay. So do you still work, Karishma? Do you still go to work? You told me you work in a court, right? You're a lawyer, advocate.
I'm a lawyer, but I still work from home because I have my own law firm. So
Okay.
I just have to attend a few hearings in the morning, so I do it from home only. I
All
don't need
right.
to go.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So you don't have to brave the rains and go, the floods actually.
Right.
Wading through the water. So
Okay.
getting outside, I think, will be a challenge during such times, right?
Really. Right.
How long does it take for the water to recede? When you say the water, it submerges everything. How long does it take
Uh,
for it to
it
recede?
rained last night and water is still there. I can see it's clogged in front of even my house because there's an empty plot which
Okay,
is filled with
okay,
water.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. That means your drainage system is not good, just like in Bangalore.
Not good. No,
Yes.
it's not good. Delhi, Gurgaon, no, it's not at all good.
Oh my God, terrible. Like, I mean, we've seen how it is in Bangalore. One rains and everything just, floods, and then it takes such a long time to recede also. All the
Okay.
drains are filled and no proper drainage system. So, yes. Okay, so Karishma. So, what else? Shall we go to today's topic and discuss it? Or is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, we can go with the topic.
Right. Okay, fine. Okay, have you had a look at the topic?
Yeah.
TikTok. Okay. Okay, now start with tell me about a movie you watched in a theater during your childhood and how that experience has changed. related to today?
The first movie I had watched in the theater was an English movie. I was not able to understand that.
No
I don't
subtitles
know.
also. Yeah. Okay. On a
Yeah, it
theater,
was
you said. In a theater.
yeah, in a theater, yeah.
Okay.
So I went with my few relatives because my mom and dad, I don't remember that I have ever went for a movie with them when I was
Okay.
child.
Okay.
So I went with some of my relatives, and I don't know, by mistake, I think they bought that English movie ticket, and I was like sitting 3 hours. I was getting really bored because I was not even able to understand a single word because my English was already weak, and at that moment I was child. So somehow I passed that like 3 hours sitting quietly. It
Okay.
was a bad experience.
So,
I
what
didn't
kind
like
of
that.
like when you say a theater, what kind of an experience was it? Like the theater itself. Describe it then and describe it now. So, today, when you go to a theater, is the feel very different?
Okay, so I haven't been to theater from last 2 to 3 years, but
Okay.
still I can find out the difference because I used to go to theaters when I was not married, when I was dating my husband
Okay.
back then. So I used
Okay.
to go with him. Even then, I would say it was really amazing experience because the quality, or like if I compare it with my childhood,
Yes.
there was a huge difference even at that time.
Yes.
Right now, maybe a few modifications were maybe already
Would
there.
have come in. Would have come in. Yeah. Would have. You don't
Yeah,
know.
good.
It's been 3 years since
Okay.
you have been to a theater. So, I'm
Okay.
sure there must have, yeah, there would have been several advancements.
Advancements, yeah.
Okay, so when you said
So
you went to a theater, was it a multiplex? Like, all those plush, comfortable seats. Are you talking about that theater that you went to?
yes, yes, because
Mm.
I went both of the theaters. The first one is which is in like local theater,
The
which is
regular,
not in the
the regular
malls,
theater. Yes, yes,
regular
yes.
theater. So they
Yes,
are not really good to be honest because I
yes.
went there too once,
Because you
and my
experienced
experience,
the other one, because you experienced a multiplex. You had
yeah,
something to
maybe,
compare.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. So I went to some amazing ones. So I really do not like the theater which I went in my childhood. But
okay.
now I think the services and the technology or everything is just upgrading as
Yes.
per the requirement. For example, the flexible chairs, the hand resting, the you can put your food besides you, beside or next to you. There's a separate
What do you mean by put your foot beside you means?
like next to
You
you. You
have a
can
foot rest, you can say. Your seat has a foot rest. A foot rest. Is that
not
what you
food.
say?
I'm talking about food,
Huh.
eating food.
Food.
We have
Okay, okay. Food. Yes, 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 yes. You are
that
allowed
is
to
also
bring.
there.
Yes, yes. They serve you inside the theater. You just have to order something. So they come with your food. Right? You can book it and they bring it to you during the interval.
No, so
Yes.
what my point is that earlier we did not have something to place our food conveniently in.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have to keep it in our lap.
Yes.
But now we have the facility that we can stick our cold drink boxes or popcorn in their boxes. There are certain
Into
places
that
have
space
given.
on the chair. Yes, yes, yes,
That's
yes.
what
You're
I'm
right.
talking.
Okay, all right. And plus, in the past, I think in the theaters, we couldn't carry food inside. Like you couldn't like things like say a burger or maybe sandwiches. You couldn't carry it into a theater before. Did they allow it in a normal theater? You could. There's
But it's
probably
not even allowed now.
not outside food, but definitely you can eat from inside, right? That they would give if you
Yeah,
buy it
okay.
from them from
That is
inside
from
the
only from there
multiplex.
because yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Only from there, right? Okay, okay. Now have a look at the visuals here. This is something that will tell you about how it was in the early days, how the experience of watching a movie in the early days was compared to how it is now. Okay, so can you just say, do you know of a time when people used to watch a movie like this? Look at the first image. Yeah, it was like in the open. You just had a big, large screen where they used to show. And people used to squat on the ground and watch. We're talking like what for 30, 40 years back. I've heard how it's just a huge screen. It never used to be like a hall, it was out in the open. You just had this big
Okay.
screen. Yes. And you just
Okay.
squatted on the ground and watched it.
Okay, but I
Right.
have never seen like that. I have no idea about this.
Okay, this is something like my childhood. I remember going to one of these. You don't squat on the floor. You had these benches, wooden benches where you sat on. So no
Okay.
comfort of an AC. It
No,
wasn't
okay,
a
without roof you are
yes,
watching.
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes. It was an open thing. It was
in
like a
open.
tent. It was like a tent. Very basic.
Okay.
Okay. And the kind of movies I think were only black and white also, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, right,
Those
right,
kind
right.
of movies. Right.
So how's your
So
experience?
at that, I was too small. First of all, I didn't enjoy it one bit because there were so many mosquitoes also. It was out in the open. So so
Okay.
it really wasn't something that I'd like to remember all my life. Yes, but the later on the experiences were good when I started going to the theaters and enjoying we had an AC, so you could sit in the comfort of the theater and the sound effects. But of course
Right.
now nothing compares. The sound effects and the visual effects are just amazing now, right? The experience that we have now, especially when we go to a
Right,
multiplex, right?
right, right, right.
Okay. Okay, moving on to something else. So, how did you spend your time in your childhood when you were not studying or doing anything important? Childhood.
Obviously, we used to play. That's the
Okay.
only
What kind
option
of
we had.
games? When you say play, was it indoor games like, caroms and things like, what do you say? Uh,
Ludo.
yeah, Ludo and Snakes and Ladder. Or were you the typical outdoor kind of a child? A
No,
tomboy?
it's nothing is fixed, but yes, I was a kind of like tomboy. Yes, you said rightly because I used to collect all kids from my colony and I used to play with them outside. And
Okay.
my favorite games are like hide and seek and
Were.
all.
My
And
games were. My
okay, my
favorite games
favorite
were.
games were okay, my
Yes.
favorite games were hide and seek and and I don't remember. Otherwise, like yeah,
Okay.
I remember few indoor games like Ludo. I used to play it a lot with my parents also. My parents were like participated very nicely. They used
My
to spend
parents
time with
also
us.
used to play with me. Instead of saying participate for a game, you can say my parents also used to accompany me when I used to play with my friends or with my siblings, whatever. They used to also accompany us.
But I remember one thing that I used to play a lot because whenever I get free time, even if in the afternoon, in the evening, even at night, I always like to play. Yes.
Okay.
So
So you were
if
not
I
one of those
compare with
very
these today's kids, they don't like to go outside. My son,
yes,
when I go park every day, it is in my routine that I had to go to park. So like after 1 hour, they feel like, okay, let's go back to home. I'm
let's
feeling
go
so
back.
hot.
They're so
Yeah,
used to sitting in the comfort of the AC room and they
right.
don't enjoy being with nature, like you said, getting out and enjoying the breeze. And that's something that they don't enjoy, right? I
Right,
mean,
right.
they prefer sitting in front of the TV and like that image in front of you. See that image that typically describes children these days, right? You have two kids, you have both of them on iPads or phones, being engaged in playing some kind of a game, right?
Right, right.
Okay. So
That
what
is the
is
reality, but it's really spoiling kids in
yes,
many ways. In
yes,
terms of health, also, it's not only about your eyes, but it's also about your brain. Who's
yes.
getting stimulation like very easily because you're not stick to the particular screen, you are just
There's no
scrolling
focus.
short
They
videos and
don't
reels.
focus on any one thing. This habit of scrolling, for jumping from one thing to the other, it takes away your focus. You're unable to
Right.
focus on any one thing. You're unable to concentrate on one thing for long periods of time. So that's one major, I think, problem of being addicted to these kind of uh, gadgets.
Right,
Right.
right.
Okay. So, what is that one technological advancement that you don't understand? So, now everywhere you look at it, technology plays a huge role. Is there anything that you find you don't understand?
I don't think there's anything we don't understand because the things which we really do not understand, we can go to Google and ask how to use it,
So,
or
are you
we have so
very
many
tech
options.
savvy, Karishma? Are you very tech savvy?
Tech savvy? No,
No, not very
no,
tech
not
savvy.
at all. No, I'm not good.
Okay. So,
I'm
in
not
which
good at that.
case,
I
then
have to
how do
learn
you?
everything.
Yeah. Okay. No, because you said that there's nothing that you don't understand about technology.
Yeah, for example, if I don't know something, but I have a need to understand that, I can simply go to the any application
Right.
and I can understand it easily. There is
Okay.
no such thing that you are unable to understand. It's just that you have to spend some quality time to understand that particular thing, and you
Right.
will be good to go.
Okay, fine. Okay. So, how do you think, now, how different was your life before technology evolved? How different was your life? Give me one example, like how it was earlier without technology and how it has impacted your life now.
What I feel is that technology, it actually plays an important role. Uh, I shouldn't say that it's really bad or not good, but it everything has its pros and cons. So similarly technology also has its pros and cons. So let's talk about first pros, because what I feel is that without technology, living in this era is also quite impossible. You
Yes.
Every step of your life you need a kind of technology. For example, I'm talking to you, it's a technology, otherwise I don't think that I get chance to communicate like this. I remember the time when I was in school, or maybe I was in like college, not in college, schools. I had joined a platform for learning English, that is like British India Institute, for 2 months.
Okay.
So I had to go there, I had to spend time, I had to physically present there. So but now I'm getting that advantage just by sitting at home, because being a mother of two kids, it is quite impossible for me to go out and attend these kinds of sessions. So it is a technology which helps me to become better in terms of communication. So similarly there are so many things, it's just the one example, but in everyday life we are surrounded with so many technologies which are beneficial. But
Yes.
now it's totally up to the person that how they are
How
using
you
it.
use it.
It's totally up to them. It's totally,
You
and
could
it's very
become,
important to
you could
understand.
actually become enslaved by this, become a slave of the technology if you don't use it wisely, right? Now,
Slave.
for example, if you are
Right.
spending too much of time, we spend too much of screen time, then we become kind of addicted to it, and you become a slave of these things, right? So,
Right.
so unless we are cautious about how we use it, it could be a little troublesome. But otherwise, you look at the flip side of it. Yes, technology has made our lives so much more easier to live, right?
Easier, but I feel that we are so much dependent on it. As you have
Yes,
said, that
yes,
we
you
slave,
become dependent.
we become,
You become a
yeah,
slave now of it. We can't do
slave.
without. Okay.
We
For
can't
example,
do.
we were just discussing yesterday about how these days we have these apps like Blinkit and other things where you can order nature's basket. You just
Right.
have to just order, and in 10 minutes it's at your door.
Right.
Right. So then I was just
Right.
thinking about a time when what we do generally nowadays is we order for something, you get it, and then you realize you forgot to order for something. So you call your
Exactly. It
friends.
always happens.
It happens so often. So what I'm saying
Right.
is, how if you compare to the past, how did we do our shopping? We made a list of things we need. Okay, ye khatam hua,
Right. We
this
used
is
to
all.
write everything.
Yes, this because we know. So what? He's going to bring it for me. It takes us
Right.
10 minutes. What's the problem? Right?
But,
So we have become such a slave of that thing that we feel that
mm,
it's okay. That's fine. You've forgotten a matchbox. You'll tell them, oh, I forgot to order for the matchbox. And this guy comes with that. Poor chap has to come back. I mean, another person, of course, delivers a matchbox to you. So we have become such
right.
slaves. So it has taken over our lives, I would say. Right? So much that one day without it, how would it be? Can you imagine a life without technology?
I
One
can't.
day.
That day must be really boring. Okay, I remember not a day, but few hours without technology. Like I remember, I think it's been a month or maybe 2 months ago.
It
There was
was
this
a
power.
month ago. It was a month ago.
It was a month ago.
Yeah.
There was this power cut
Yes. Okay.
in the whole area, or it was like for the whole night.
Okay.
So power went off around 7 o'clock in the evening,
Okay.
and after that we didn't have any charging in our mobile phones, and we were sitting, we all four, my husband, my kids, and I, we four were sitting, and we were just talking to each other. We were playing games, we were playing antakshari, we were playing atlas game. It's a game where you have to tell the country's name.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my son, he was so happy, he was saying, mama, I want to I want that
Every
water like
time it
this,
should be like
like this.
this.
Every day it should be like this. Yes, because Papa is not watching TV. You are not
Yes.
using mobile, and we are playing whole night. It's like fun for me. And but the day was amazing because it was nice. No, it was the pleasant weather at that moment. So
Okay.
we were not feeling
Hot, humid.
hot. We were not
Yeah.
feeling hot or humid. So
Yeah.
kind of a romantic weather that time. So we
Yes.
have that balcony two sides. So the air was crossing and
On
it gives
either
us
side, we had balconies on either sides. So you
either
have a
side.
cross,
Okay.
yeah. So you have cross
Okay.
ventilation. So it was nice
Cross
and
ventilation. So
quite pleasant.
okay, okay, yeah. So we have cross ventilation.
Yes.
So the weather was good. But imagine if the weather would not appropriate,
Had it
then
been,
what?
had it been really hot, it would have been a miserable experience for you. Had it been,
Okay,
okay, we're talking about
had
a
it.
thing that had it been, if it was conditional, okay,
Okay,
if it was hot, you could have imagined how it could have been, right? It would have really been terrible, a miserable
terrible.
experience. Hmm.
Yes.
So, see, there's few
So
hours and how we valued it, the time we spent together.
right.
Right. So they're like they used to. There was a meme. Okay, I don't remember exactly, but it was very nicely described how children today are. You know how they spend a lot of time in the bathroom. I don't know if you have anybody in have a knowledge of such kids. Kids, when I mean not little kids, I'm talking about grown up kids. Okay, who spend
Okay.
so much of time in the bathroom, and then so the only time when they come, you get to see them is when the Wi-Fi switch off the Wi-Fi, and then you see them coming running outside. Okay, otherwise you call them, no response. They take their own time. So that's, I think, how technology has made slaves out of us. Right.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay. um so do you order food and groceries, things like this online?
Very often. I
Okay.
mean, every day I think I'm almost.
Okay, so what is the one technology that really scares you? Is there anything like that that scares you? Some kind of a technological advancement that scares you?
Yeah, only one thing that when I receive kind of application suggestion through mobile phone and we don't know whether this technology really exists or not, and we just click it on unknowingly, and
Like a
then
spam
we get to know that okay, it's a scam. It's not something really an application. It was just a. So I sometimes feel
or
afraid.
a secure
Uh,
kind of an application to use?
yeah. So no, sometimes what happen like unknown person can WhatsApp and
Yeah,
leave you a link and they ask you to open it like I personally I have received so many times so I don't even see those messages. I
block.
quickly block them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I
I had
only
that. Yeah,
yeah.
even I had that experience a few days. Not few days, it's been more than a month actually. I keep getting on WhatsApp. I was wondering how do they get the numbers? On WhatsApp, I get it just says hi, okay, and there's a picture, and in the picture there's always only this handsome foreigner, and he's a doctor, right? So he's with a stethoscope and very good looking
Mhm.
doctor. Just a hi, and the number is not Indian. So I think
Okay.
after hearing a lot of stories like this, I've become very cautious. So the minute I see something like that, I don't check to see what, who, when, because I realize the number is an international number. So I just block it. So it's just so scary. It was like, how do they single out people? Where do they
Right.
get the numbers from? Right?
Right.
It's not even
Right.
like I'm very active on Facebook or any of the other platforms. No, once in a way I just peep in on Facebook also. So that's another thing that's very scary about technology, right?
Right. Right. Even
And
sometimes what happens, I receive unknown message. Generally, I don't. But since I started my YouTube channel, sometimes it happens that subscribers they email me, and
yes,
sometimes I give my
yes,
number to them, and I just forget. But
yes,
like after 1 year or maybe after a few months, when they randomly message me, I simply ask, "How did you get my number?" So it sounds to
exactly.
be like really rude. Like my first question is like the same. How did you get my number? So like but I have to be that much cautious because I never know
I know that.
who is sitting in front of me, who is messaging me.
Exactly,
So
exactly. No, you have people following you also. Yeah, when you're a YouTuber, you have so many followers, people following your every step, knowing everything about you. So they can start stalking you after some time. Like you said, calling you after 1 year. They had your number, so they stalk you.
Yes.
Like, let's see what Charisma's up to these days.
Recently, I had received from someone, and I was shocked. Like, oh my God, it's been a year. He said that you talked to me a year ago, but you forget.
Uh,
So maybe I forgot, forget.
it
Like,
could have happened. Yes, it could have
yeah.
happened. Maybe like he could have been a learner probably on one of your sessions, right? And you're
Mhm.
not keeping track of it. But just see how
Okay.
their mind runs. So they are keeping in touch with you. They have you in their thoughts always, being a public figure. Right. Okay. So
Okay.
Karishma, a lot of many other questions here, but I don't think we have the time. So to let's just get to your feedback time. Wonderful energies, Karishma, as usual. Right.
Sorry.
But yes, wonderful energy, I said.
Wonderful
As
energy.
usual. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
Wonderful energies, yes. Only thing is, again, yes, the past tenses sometimes you're unable to uh, address it properly. That's about it. Okay. So I think that's all you need to concentrate upon as of now. As in, and of course you can build upon your vocabulary a bit, would do great wonders. But I think you're doing great as it is. As a YouTuber, first of all, you just have to be very spontaneous, and that's something you have naturally knew, or rather from what I've seen of you, right? So you're not at a loss for words, thinking what to say, what to ask, so that's a great thing. But yes, if you want to take it to another level, you could include
mhm.
some vocabulary, and of course on the tenses, pay a little more attention on the tenses. Otherwise, great going, Karishma. uh,
Right. But you said that I was energetic. I was like feeling sleepy.
no, today comparatively to the other two sessions, yes, not really, but otherwise on
Ah,
the whole, I'm saying energetic
okay.
when I say is, that you're very lively, very bubbly, just the kind of presence we need for a YouTuber, right? So
Oh,
unless you have the vibes, I don't think the learner will have the person you
right.
are speaking to, right? So that way,
Right.
yes, wonderful. Okay, anything else?
Right.
Anything you need to ask or to say?
No, ma'am.
That's it. Okay. So okay then, Karishma, have a great day. We'll catch up with you sometime. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye-bye.